Okay, so time for more destruction. I'm telling you, refitting a boat, renovating, etc., while you're living on it. I've lived in houses while renovating, and then frankly, that's tough. It's caused me some distress too. Anyway, I have too much stuff. And you know, almost everything I own is tools. That's all tools. That's all tools. That's all tools. That's my laundry bin. That's all tools. And that's not all of them. I've been very fortunate to have a little storage with some friends and move some stuff off the boat. And I realized not much of my stuff isn't tools. So hopefully when this is all done, I will put the tools in storage or give them to grandchildren. That's not a hint. And I'll suddenly have tons of extra room on here. Okay, time to take the temporary bed out. The temporary bed that I built as a mock-up to see if this was going to be a good space for a bed 2.5 years ago. Anyway, it's disgusting because that corner's been leaking for 2.5 years, and you can see some damage to the wood under there. Well, this plywood is only rubbish anyway. So it's time to take this all out and everything out in behind it. Start to take the white vinyl wallpaper off this aft bulkhead. It's going to be interesting when I get to here because it's solid mush in behind there. You've seen the other side of it. You know what I'm talking about. Down below, behind the step here, I have to start to assess how much of this bulkhead needs to be replaced by taking everything off of it to order the wood. Alright, and then when this is out comes the galley. And frankly, this kind of little cooking unit has been great for me all this time. Fridge, stove, eye-level oven. It's worked just fine. It's ratty, tatty, and it's got to go. I have just ordered and paid for a brand new Force 10 gimbaled stove. Not that I need the gimbling part. I won't miss any of the rest of the galley, especially that bloody sink. It's too small, it's too shallow, it's too awkward, and the tap has been dripping for 2.5 years. Time to address all this leakage problem. I seem to have stopped the leaks. It's been raining the last couple of days and there's been no more leaking. That's thanks largely in part to Captain Tolley's. This thing here, which is the cabinet that encloses the chain drive from the upstairs helm down into the bilge, will go. I feel a little bad because it's mahogany ply, but it's not original and it's not particularly brilliant because the head of the bed is going to be up here because I'm moving the bed up into this space. Then I get to look at the bathroom head. Inside, not touching it for now, it's just fine. Outside, more vinyl wallpaper. Well, this is the only section where I'm hoping that the plywood, veneered plywood inside, is in good enough shape to be able to sand, refinish, and revarnish. Because I can't imagine re-veneering all this, and I'd like this to be mahogany. So curious as to what's under here. We'll find out. Obviously, all the overheads coming out and redoing all that. Mostly I'll be pulling out wiring and insulation and junk. So, more gutting. Gutting has a certain sense of immediate gratification, satisfaction, but it is not the kind of work I want to be doing right now. I want to be doing finished work, getting ahead, getting something done because I'm running out of time and I'm certainly running out of weather. Alright, let's take this apart. Well, here we go. 10 minutes of bashing and slashing. Yeah, I just want to keep going. I just want to get rid of everything disgusting, like all those wires and hoses. Like, why do we have these junction boxes with relays and just stuff galore? Some of this, I must confess, is mine. This is the brand new propane line with the extra loop put in here because the new propane line has to go further forward to the new stove. So yeah, there's some indiscretions that are mine, but on the whole, this is the result of decades of ugly modifications. Anyway, so, I don't know, off with the white vinyl. Damage comes to there somewhere at least. Of course, I won't be bothering to strip this. This will just get laminated over with that V-joint leadboard as I did in the wheelhouse. Anyway, glad to have it gone and stopping holding moisture against it. Likewise here. This is all got to come off. These poor curtains got to go. There's been a chronic leak here for a long time. I think I've dealt with it. You may have... What? I did it yesterday. I'm not sure you're going to see it in today's video or not. Pull off more of this stuff. Alright, well, there's mahogany under there. let's see if we can get to it. Yeah, this is really gross. Really gross. This is all body filler or plaster or some kind of gunk. Here in the corner, there's tons of it. It's laid in like, I feel like I'm in a rec room of a disgusting 1970s basement. Anyway, this has all got to come out so that this section of the bulkhead can be dried out. It's not that bad on the outside. So maybe this can be saved, this section here. Of course, it was cut out in the corner there. There's already a patch in it here. We know all of this is just rubbish, probably all the way under there. This doesn't look too good either, by the way. So, big swaths of this bulkhead needs replacing. I just have to somehow keep from pulling the whole thing off the boat and ending up with a gaping hole in the back of the boat that I can't keep square while I'm trying to figure out if I'm going to put a whole new bulkhead in here. Please let me not do that. Anyway, let's see if my handy dandy scraper can give me some instant gratification. Oh, look at that mahogany under there, folks. I don't know if you can see that, but there we go. That's what we're looking for. Let's get some of that on the go. Tricky to cut a wire without shorting it out. I think you've seen enough of this. Well, as it always is, when you take something apart, you discover some ugly stuff. Well, let's start with the back. And so I've got the overheads out. Nothing particularly disgusting. It's nice that the stanchions for the bridge deck are on with backing plates, aluminum backing plates. It's nice in that it's strong. It's not nice in that I can't take them on and off while the ceilings and the overheads are in place. So that's a little frustrating, but we'll have to deal with that. Then a bit of a surprise, all these ceiling beams, deck beams from above, have been sistered with spruce. Really nice stuff. Crappy 2x3s. Nailed on with big ass nails. Unfortunately, also glued with what appears to be epoxy. So they're not coming off. Not that I suspect they have to come off, but I had some slightly different plans for dealing with the new overheads that would have gone up between the beams, but anyway, more on that later. No other great surprises. I knew there'd been some damage up in this corner at some point, so there's more of this hardboard stuff, which I now know is called steel ply. I don't know if you can read that in this light. It's obviously a pretty good product because it's actually soaking wet right now, as is all this curved section in here. Seems to be the standard repair for whoever did this, to put in these extra pieces and bolt them together. I can't say, you know, it's not great. It's awesome. It's perfectly robust. But I got to get it dried out and find a way to make sure it doesn't get wet anymore. I'll have to find that leak above because I thought I'd gotten all the leaks. Okay, further forward into the galley, it took the cabinet out above the oven, as I knew there would be a bunch of conduits that go up to where the upstairs helm used to be, as well as a chimney that goes to a little chimney fitting for all this, as well as a couple of pipes, plastic pipe that is already abandoned. So this boat actually has at least 2 generations of abandoned plastic pipe. How many renos has it had since the onset of plastic pipe? Okay, so also a little bit disappointing. If I look here, underneath this lovely white vinyl wallpaper is Douglas fir plywood up here. Please let there be mahogany veneer down here. Please. Otherwise, I have to get pretty ambitious about making that look pretty. I'm tempted to get some of this off right away. If there's veneer, I need to be careful. Therefore, I'm going to take it off with a heat gun because there isn't any major water damage on this, so it doesn't just peel off. It's tempting to grab a corner and pull, but no, heat gun's the way to go. Okay, running out of light because I've disconnected all the lights in the ceiling. I've made a terrible mess. Time to clean some of this up, take it up to the dumpster, and yeah, maybe take a piece of that wallpaper off. Yeah, maybe. Let's go. No, I should have detected this before, but there's no way that's thick enough. That there's fiberglass on the inside, some nice mahogany plywood, and then this Douglas fir plywood on the outside. This whole bathroom was rebuilt. And maybe that explains how they did it. They made the whole thing off the boat somewhere. No, because they couldn't get it in through a doorway. Anyway, more on this interesting bathroom later. But in the meantime, this makes me sad. Let's have a look at this corner. Oh dear. Now wait a sec. Hang on just a second. That might be the real thing. There's so much glue on it I can't really tell. But that can be easily rectified. Now, yeah. Just a rather nicely curved corner in Douglas fir. Awesome! Am I just going to have to embrace Douglas fir now? Sand this all, stain it all, make it look really nice? I'm sorry, Douglas fir to me is West Coast lodges. It's not classic wooden yachts. Have to veneer it. You bet.